Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Factorio. So let's start the game. Now, last episode I was working on copper and this little iron steel smelting thing. Oh, this is episode 21, by the way. I never mentioned that. Anyway, so this episode I kind of want to work on iron throughput because, as you can see here, this belt is A, not at capacity, and B, just enough at capacity that it is blocking off several of the mines that we are using. So I'm thinking starting somewhere around here would be a good time to replace it with... Ooh, hey, shotgun shell damage hasn't been researched. Do laser turret damage. Make my defenses better. Anyway, I'm thinking starting red belts somewhere here because this is the first place that it is getting clogged up, is right there. Put that lamp down so you can actually see. What with YouTube making everything impossibly dark. Not even sure how or why that happens. It doesn't even... I don't know, I don't really notice it that often, to be honest. But, other Let's Players have mentioned it many times, so I figure I might as well just kind of get on the, lighting everything up bandwagon. I don't know. Seems like a good thing to do. Yeah. So that was supposed to help my throughput, but I'm not sure that it actually did. Oh, nope. Probably did. Once this... I'm gonna have to replace some of this part with red belts, I think, as well. Because that's definitely becoming a pretty big bottleneck. Yep. Let's see here. Red belt in, red belt up. I don't know if I need red belts here, to be honest, because, I mean, it's already being split. So let's see how long it takes for this to get cleaned through, I guess. It's not the right word, but it's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make do with it. I'm also gonna put a load balancer in here somewhere. I'm thinking right about there. Mostly because this is clearly an off-balance load. Okay, so we've got more stuff. Might as well research logistics 3, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm gonna do personal roboport. These are actually kind of helpful for power armor. They don't really help in the combat sense, but they definitely help in the making sure that everything is easily constructed sense. I have to figure out a better way to phrase that. Basically, well, when you're off building stuff out in the middle of nowhere, like it's just much faster if you're using blueprints. I've been using personal roboport a lot for building trains in my other RSO mod playthrough, which isn't on YouTube, which I'm just playing, in which I've basically beaten the game and am now, like, several times over, and I'm now just beating it with it. I'm basically beating the dead horse with it. I think the only research I have is robot follower counts, and I'm up on level 14, so it's, yeah. Very much completed the game. Anyway, that is not this playthrough. In this playthrough, we still have to get the rocket silo and keep working on our factory. Now that we've got throughput mostly balanced there, 4 iron. I'm thinking I might want to do the same thing here. I guess we do already have this working as a balancer, don't we? Although it's not really great at balancing the ore since this is a yellow belt. I'm not sure what I want to do with that, because I guess I am only taking things off of one side of a belt, of that belt mostly, so it's not really something that I can easily fix. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Oh well. Are we working? Okay. However, this guy is not functioning at capacity, which is interesting. I'm just gonna drop one of these miners here because I've got a couple sitting in my inventory. There we go. That will hopefully keep this belt full. Of course, we got plenty of stone. I might actually, I'm gonna start putting a lot of, I guess, storage chests in here. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like an basically overflow chests. That's kind of what it is. Alright, we've got a personal roboport. I'm gonna do logistic slots too. I've mentioned that several times as something that is on my to-do list, and I'm finally gonna actually, do it. Yeah. Okay, so here, iron has become the limiting reagent. I am going to fix that as creatively as I can. In this case, I actually want to try to run this iron belt over to there. Question is, how do I do that through this mess of oil pipes? And the answer will hopefully become clear at some point. How am I gonna do that? Just thinking run under, no, that won't work. Could go underground here again. Then I would have to run through there, but then this guy's in the way, and so is all of this stuff. Yeah, if not for this inserter. And I can't put it there either, because I'd have to have the whole corner. And then what would I do once I got to like here? I guess here I can just kind of snake it through to there, underground, above ground, and then move this guy. Oh, can't move that guy. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Can I go up? Possibly. Possibly not. Interesting. Okay. Well, if you can't do that, then you just expand iron production on the other side, I guess. Which we can, I believe, do because this iron belt is way full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, really? Do we actually have 8 iron miners? Yeah, we got 3 there. Everything's still hard to see because I don't have lights everywhere yet, which I'm gonna work on. There we go. Oh, wait. I want to use up that extra iron stick. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we do have 8. Okay, so we can add 2 more smelters here. and ideally that we can, well, I guess load balancing won't exactly work. Well, at least not the way that it is currently implemented here. I'm gonna try doing something like that. And then I am going to put a splitter here, and then I am going to belt, 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 belt. Loads have been balanced. Excellent. Yeah. Now let's work on putting in 2 more smelters. I already have some smelters prepared. Excellent. Let's go with there for now. Pair of long-handed inserters, pair of regular inserters. Gotta make the long-handers first because the regular won't, or will get consumed in the process. Let's see here, long-hander, long-hander, and power. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to reach that power pole anyway. Unless it was moved over here. Then I can't reach the power pole down there. Alright. You know what? I'm not going to mess with this setup. It's already complex enough as it is. Actually, it's not really all that complex. Like, I could easily move a couple of these power poles and roboports and stuff, but I'm just too lazy to do that. Alright. Got a little bit more iron production going on here, theoretically. Hopefully I won't regret it, because this guy, I mean, he's only got 8,000 more iron, but that's a lot of iron. Now, I am also going to fill in a concrete gap over there that I left at the end of last episode when I ran out of concrete, which actually bothered me a fairly significant amount. This little gap here. I don't like it. I'm not sure why, but I really don't like it. God, no, call it OCD. I don't actually have OCD. Don't call it OCD. That's offensive to people that have OCD. Yeah. Normally don't mind being offensive, but sometimes, come on, you gotta draw a line. Anyway. Yeah. Hey, we got logistic slots too. Let's do logistic slots 3. Also, you know, all these attacks here are getting kind of annoying, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go take out that base. In my tank! Even though I've got an awesome combat shotgun, I'm still just gonna use the tank because it's way easier. And I can always just hop out and use the combat shotgun. Sadly, I don't have all my exoskeleton suits and stuff, so yeah. Although I guess it is early enough in the game that I don't really need combat robotics, I think. Depends on what kind of aliens we're dealing with here, size-wise. Oh, yeah, they got big worms. I couldn't have dealt with this on foot. But in a tank, I can do anything, including snipe worms from far, far away. And come on, get that spawner. There we go. Now I want to kill that worm, and then I will turn around and deal with... Okay, time to deal with this. I really do like tank shells that pierce. They're awesome. Just excellent. Ooh, hey! Since I've got that base, and that base has a roboport, I could just get my tank repaired right there as well. That's awesome. Quite helpful, I find. That's kind of interesting. The shooting animation for the worms prevents them from dying right away. Alright, base dealt with. Very small base. Again, I really shouldn't have set the enemy settings so low. But when I started this playthrough, I'm fairly certain that, yeah, I had a high enemy settings playthrough that I think I mentioned, which wasn't going so great at the time. Although it did start getting better very fast. That playthrough, I mean, I've launched like 6 or 7 rockets or something, and then once I figured out how to properly use combat robotics and the combat shotgun, it became much easier. But I still have the crappy low enemy settings going on in this playthrough. And I don't really want to start over, like, just for a random Let's Play, just because of one setting. Though eventually I probably will do another Let's Play. Like I said before, I might wait until version 13 comes out. Well, this next Let's Play is definitely going to have the RSO mod installed, because, like, the resources, they just make so much more sense in that. And it's a lot easier to, you know, like, well, they make more sense because they're much farther apart and they're much bigger patches. So, like, you don't really have this here. Like, yay, 600 stone just sitting there. Like, I mean, I guess this is somewhat reminiscent of the real world, but I mean, the largest resource patches in the real world aren't like this. And the RSO mod actually makes trains useful, because, as you may imagine, there is really no point building trains in vanilla Factorio. I think I've mentioned this earlier during this Let's Play, actually. Just like, you know, this is how far a resource patch is. Might as well just belt it. Like, building a train is going to be much more resource intensive and just not necessary. Like, I would really have to be trying to exploit a patch, like, all the way out here for it to be worth building a train. And even then, like, a belt could probably take care of that with similar throughput to a train. I think there's a calculation for efficiency, and I think for a train to become more efficient than a belt, you need to have at least 500 tiles or something like that, which isn't terribly huge, but isn't really that small either. Like, actually, I don't know. I think these little chunks, to use Minecraft terminology, are 32 by 32. But I am not, don't quote me on that. Just don't. Because I'm fairly certain that's not correct. Could always test it out, though. Could try just seeing how many belts fit in a chunk. I'm not going to do that, mostly because that's going to take way more effort than I want to put in at this moment in time. So for now, I'm just gonna not do much. Yeah, so now that our steel logistics is going up, sadly, not enough that it's overwhelmingly counter or outproducing this, but, you know, somewhat outproducing it. I might actually try to put in a couple more steel furnaces. Of course, that is gonna mean moving this out. Yeah, why not? Let's put in 2 more steel furnaces. I think that should be good. Or 4 more, not 2 more. For that, I'm just gonna blueprint this really quick. And then I am going to have my robots take it apart. And zoop, 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 zoop. Excellent. The only problem is all this steel needs to get carried away. I'm just gonna pick it up, because why not? Now let's put in a couple more furnaces, and I wonder if I'm still going to be able to fit this here. No, I'm not. Excellent. What am I gonna do? I am going to put most of it in, but here, instead of having a regular belt, I am going to go underground for a little bit and be all mysterious. Put in those 2 more chests. Although honestly, I don't really think I need that many storage chests. Oh well. I'm pretty sure I could get away with just 1 set pretty effectively. Oh well. Anyway, now robots, my faithful robots, will hopefully build that. In the meantime, I will work on making sure there's enough inserters everywhere. What, I need 8 more? 3. Excellent. I really need to get myself another stack of inserters from my inserter foundry, which is present in this playthrough somewhere. Alright, I'm in the underground belt here as well. Boom! Look at that. Got everything working. Let's see if the iron production here can keep up, because I'm not really sure what the correct ratio of iron to steel furnaces is. I'm sure I could look it up online, but I'm not going to do that because honestly I'm just lazy. Yeah, it seems like it's working more or less. I mean, steel or iron belt is reliably full up till, okay, maybe not. Yep, might need a couple more iron smelters. I'm just gonna be ready for that scenario. Not gonna directly worry about it. Okay, how are we doing here? Blue science is still getting blue scienced? Correct. Okay. One thing I kinda wish I had a lot more of the blue science, just because I'm starting to use it a fair amount. What I want to research. I don't see why I would need a flamethrower. I'm just gonna do some more laser turret damage, help our base defense out a little bit. No, we do have some blue science. Okay. Yeah, I want to fill this belt with blue science, and then before I start like a rocket silo research or something time intensive and resource intensive like that. No particular reason, just kind of want it to be full. Why don't I have a splitter here? Make these belts come together a little bit better, now that I don't have a need for coal on this belt. There we go. Look at that. Now we've got plenty of iron going through, and suddenly all these mines can start producing at full capacity, although I guess they were always producing at full capacity. I don't know. Anyway, it's a little better. And let's see, here iron is still the limiting reagent, but it is not nearly as limiting as it was earlier. Of course, it looks like this guy hasn't worked in quite a while due to the amount of iron that this guy is consuming happily. So, I don't know. Might need to do some alternate belts for that. How would I do that, though? Oh, I know how. Although, no, long-handers aren't gonna be fast enough. Okay. Yeah. I might just logistic it. Although I don't really have a huge amount of logistic iron. That can be arranged, however, by just grabbing some off of the giant iron belt over here and having it get logistic collected. Yeah. Those words make sense, I believe. Maybe, possibly. Wow, we've got a lot of processing units. I just realized that. And we can make exoskeletons. So I'm gonna actually start working on... Let's do one of these. That's what I wanted to make a little while ago, fusion reactor. That I can put in my armor. Don't have one yet. Excellent. Just had to make sure, because I wasn't sure. Probably want a couple of exoskeleton pieces. I'm thinking 3 or 4. Let's do 4. Put those guys back. I'm gonna need them later. And four of them is going to consume more energy than this guy is making. I'm going to need another one of these reactors. For that, I'm going to need some more alien artifacts, for which I am going to need to go smash some aliens. All my tanks parked down here, so I might as well go grab one of these little bases in the bottom. Although now that I have my fancy new exoskeleton legs, I could try to do it by foot. Nah. Just gonna... one less hurrah for the tanks, you know. Might as well. Ooh! More laser turret damage. Do shotgun shell damage too. Just as long as it doesn't use blue science. That is my goal. Trying to save that stuff. Yeah, probably shouldn't have started a raid at night, just because A, you can't see anything that's going on, presumably. Not gonna pretend to speak for my entire audience. I'm sure many of you have perfect night vision and can see everything perfectly. In every case. But yeah, and once again, I'm never really noticed a significant problem in seeing things at night on YouTube for Factorio playthroughs. I mean, yeah, things can get dark, but like, you have a brightness setting on your monitor, and if you've got relatively good quality, I've been uploading, I think, all my videos in HD. So you should definitely, well, not all of them. My RimWorld ones definitely weren't in HD, and I'm fairly certain that the first few in this series weren't HD either. But since then, I have worked on my render settings and picked a setting that I think will be very, or works very well. Okay, yep, we definitely need more iron smelters. Although that also means that we need more iron miners. Is there any more iron to mine nearby? There is this guy. And there is that guy, unless those are stone. Which we shall check out. Anyway, let's put on our new exoskeleton legs. What do I need for a personal report? A bunch of batteries. Look at that. With these exoskeleton legs, I am faster than ever. Woohoo! Watch me zoom. I think I can outrun a tank at this point. And quite possibly a train. Probably not on the train. Alright, there's some iron. Yeah, I'm just gonna build some of this iron up, I think. Okay, I need to grab some gears. Definitely need to grab some gears. Unless this is a huge patch, which is worth walling in like this one. I might actually do that. Definitely have to work on the throughput of this belt, though. Might have to go with blue belts, which I haven't even researched yet. Plus, those can't be made by hand. Those require factories to make. Although, yeah, this guy is nowhere near capacity, so can definitely use some of that to my advantage. Now, where do I have my walls? Probably should have just control-clicked and grabbed them all at once instead of shift-clicking in 10 times, but oh well. Huh. I forgot about this. I very much forgot that I have a furnace maker. Oops. Alright. I'm also gonna another research. Yay. See, one of the nice things about doing all of this red and green only research is they get completed so fast. Just so fast compared to my the blue science research, and wow, the blue belt's actually full now. How am I doing on blue science overall? Yeah, we got 2 in here and 4 more flying over, 6 more flying over, plus that entire belt. So I might be able to start doing some of that rocket research that I mentioned a little bit ago. Also gonna grab a couple of these gears. Oh, I was gonna get inserters. Oh well. Let's make a roboport. Nope, can't make a roboport. Not enough advanced circuits. Do we even have enough advanced circuits, period? I thought that was one of those things that we were constantly running out of. Although I guess I did already build the Silicon Valley thing. So let's see what we got up there. And we shall find that we do actually have a fair amount of advanced circuits. Excellent. Almost need some green circuits. Okay. That is a lot more green circuits than I thought I had. Wow, this was a great idea to build this. This was a good plan. Very good plan. And it's actually, like, being fed properly. I mean, except this guy isn't working because there's not enough iron, but, you know, more or less properly fed. Nope, don't want to go that way. So the only problem with having speedy exoskeleton legs that I am currently seeing is that I am already used to running in a certain pattern to get through all the pipes in my factory. And that pattern has changed because I am now moving at a different speed. So sadly, still not used to the new pattern. You'll see me get stuck on pipes once in a while. Or possibly somewhat often. Alright, let's, yep. Get these miners built. EXO. Okay. I'm going to start from this side and try that again. Because it will give me slightly better coverage, I believe. Possibly. I mean, I'm going to be missing this little guy, but I can always just put another miner down, so it's not terrible. Alright. Yeah, why not? Need a couple more miners. Where are all those lamps that I made earlier? I guess I don't have power out here anyway. So you guys will have to deal with the inability to see for a little bit longer. You know what? I'm start going like this. maybe it will. Underground. Yeah, this is gonna get interesting. But creative belting is my other middle name. And we have done plenty of it already, so I don't see why this would be a problem. Excellent. Okay. Let's belt it all together. Let's see here. And we also need to cover it with electricity. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. And this will go here. And here. And underground. There we go. I am very thankful that I had enough resources to make that underground belt. Otherwise, I would have been very sad just having to run back just for that. Right. Best possible electrical coverage comes as no. I think that's all of them. Yeah, that should be all. Okay. And a roboport. Basically, I'm just rebuilding this little guy up here. While that guy's building, let's put down some walls. Yeah, that should work. Yep, it's probably good height. Excellent. Now let's get some. I need another underground belt. I'm really sad about that. Because I can't make another one. Just realized I needed one to leave the compound as well. This is going to be the compound. In case you didn't guess. Alright. Roboport, I'm going to put you here. You're going to need another electric pole, however. And of course a pile of big ones just to connect everything together. How am I going to do this? If I'm building walls on the inside, that is... oh. Can't build walls on the inside there then. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. And put that wall at least on the outside. There we go. Excellent. Get out of the way, tree. Sorry, wall. I'll have a robot come patch you up in a little bit. Excellent. Alright. Let's grab some iron plates and a bunch of red. No, I guess don't really need a ton of red belts. We'll just red belt through here. We're gonna need to go through there for the underground. Red belt is going to have, what I'm trying to say is that this is gonna have to become an underground red belt. Alright, cool. Now that we've got that part figured out, let's get the under and above ground red and assorted other belts going, for which we're going to need all of our iron which we can just snag off this belt, because why not? That becomes logistic trash. And we're going to need at least an underground fast belt, possibly several. Yeah, at least 2 actually. And why are you guys delivering all that copper? Do I need copper for some reason? Okay, you know what? I'm not going to wait for the rest of those deliveries to get made. I'm just going to go back. Oh, laser turrets. I need those. Can't make any. Okay, robots, deliver me some batteries. Do I actually have batteries that can be delivered? Yes, I do. That is quite excellent. Just gonna grab a stack. The robots are gonna give me most of another stack. Maybe not. Oh well. First off, now I can do Roboport. And laser turrets. And I need some construction robots, don't I? For which I need flying robot frames. Those also need to go on the logistic pile. Yeah, that's partly why I wanted expanded logistic slots, so I can have all my generic resources on me at all times, delivered by robots. There. See here, now we can make... I'm also going to need some of these repair packs. So maybe all of these repair packs on second thought. 2, 10, 15, 20. That'll probably be enough construction bots. Grab a couple logistic bots just in case. And gonna need a storage chest, aren't we? 2, 3, 4. Really? Only 5 laser turrets covering this? Huh. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard. Alright. Oh. I need to get a regular underground belt, don't I? First off, let's do that. And that. That'll give me that regular underground belt that I need. Right here. Excellent. Now we red belt it. I'm going to try to red belt it past this ore, because I'm probably going to be developing that ore at some point. Get out of the way, you stupid trees. Alright, now I'm going to put down some lamps somewhere here to make things quite a bit more visible. Yeah, that works. Alright, now... Excellent. Went right by that ore pile. Just how I wanted to. That was just the perfect amount of foresight that I had long before I was even envisioning this. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That I managed to inadvertently do that before I even knew I was going to be building a base here. Yeah, might as well stick this extra guy over here. Actually, no, I'm going to put it right by the Roboport. There we go. And, yeah, 2 replacement turrets, maybe just 1 for now, because I appear to be all out of electronic circuits. That should work. Now let's get these big power poles figured out. Come on, there we go. There we go. Excellent. Now we should have power. Just need to get everything hooked up. Which basically just means laser turrets need to get hooked up. so that my defensive perimeter can function as intended. Also lights. Light. Light. Let there be light. Some wise, wise words. Let there be light. And rabbits. 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 Perfect. And we've got our second iron belt working. Oh, wow. There's already a throughput issue. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, this belt is kind of getting clogged from one side, like, significantly. So I'm just gonna do some red belting here. Even though that the bottleneck then moves to the underground belt. So I'm just gonna make a red underground belt for, oh, alright. Probably should have picked that one up before I made the red belt, because then I would have not had to, oh well. Never mind. I wonder if I could somehow, what if I do something like this, and like that? And here I go, like, this is just getting complicated now. There we go, like that. No. That did very little to further my goals. Let's try this. Yeah, there we go. That's still not really helping out, though. Although no more load issues, except for that little bit of ore out of that 3 that sticks for a split second. But that's not really a huge issue. Anyway, their output is now better than ever. Let's go back. And coming through here, we are, wow, just loaded down belt, pretty much. And still loaded down, excellent. Wow, those last 2 steel furnaces aren't running. Can't say I expected that. Let's just grab some, ooh. Nope, they use blue signs. Some of these. 5's a good number. And let us put a couple more smelters in. That's probably going to be the last thing I do this episode, because I have stopped paying attention to the time and got a little bit distracted and, well, you know, playing games and recording them. And have not noticed that it is almost an excessively long episode already. I say almost excessively long because I do have several episodes that are almost an hour long, but I've been shooting for 45 minutes for this series. Eventually, might change it to something else, but for now, 45 minutes seems to work pretty well. Well, depending on the series, kind of tailor episodes to the game, or episode length, I guess, in this case, to the game in question. And yeah, I think an even balance of iron and steel smelters is, I mean, logically enough, best one to do it, best way to do it. Of course, the other problem is now that we are low on electricity, so that is something that we will have to address next episode. Yay! But that is for next episode. For now, like, share, comment, subscribe, advise, idea, all of those fun YouTube things, and make sure to tell all your friends about my awesome, slowly developing channel. And that's our little guy in power armor. So with that, I shall leave you guys till next time. Bye!